Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to listen to some mumbly jumbly. All the way from St. Albans, your host for tonight, Abs the Magic, Supercoach Godfather.
Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining. We're going to have a Naoh Anderson player review today. I've been told that I'm going to like what I've seen. The Rain Man told me this, and I trust the Rain Man. Okay, so we're going to find out. The Rain Man is in our Twitter. He said, "Trust me, you're going to love what you're going to see." Okay, well, I can't wait. We're going to find out. But before we do, we have a few announcements. First announcement, number one. We lost our sponsor. He's gone. He couldn't get the deal done. Well, he told me he had it done, but now it's no more good. He can't get it done. So we're going to find a new sponsor. Don't worry. Just calm it down. It's going to come. But in the meantime, you're going to receive trophies for these tournaments, okay? So these tournaments here, what happened to my channels? Why can't I find my channels? What's going on? Playlist, that's why. Okay. These tournaments here will now be, you'll get a trophy. So just for now, but we might get you better, all right? We're looking for a sponsor again. We lost this. If anyone wants to sponsor the Scodfather, just comment down, make some comments. Okay. Announcement number two. We play Supercoach for fun, all right? It's our enjoyment. This is, some of us, it's our life. We look forward to this for 6 months of the year. We can't wait to play this. Sometimes we can inspire people. And there's one person that he said to me, "You inspired me to start up my own channel." And this is awesome. And so I'm going to show you. He's Supercoach with AST. And you got to hear his accent. It's unbelievable. It's actually sexier than mine. Just calm it down. Okay, no, mine is sexier. But no, it's really funny. He's actually got a really funny channel. It's very good. Very clever. And so I've subscribed to him. I was the fifth subscriber. So I missed out on number one again. But have a check of his channel. It's actually quite funny. Anyway, let's get back off the program. We're going to talk about Naoh Anderson. We actually have another announcement. I forgot to make this one. Just calm it down. It's called Rate My Team. So what you can do now is send me your teams via Twitter. And I'll do a post every week. And you can send your teams to me via Twitter. And I'll select random teams, and I'll put them on my channel, and we'll go through them together. We'll rate them. We're going to help you out. I can't do all of them, okay? I'm not Superman. Just calm it down. I'm only the Scodfather, but I'm going to do as many as I can. Okay, let's see how we go with this one. It might be a flop. It might not work, but you got to be in it to win it. Let's try. Let's see what happens. Let's get back with Naoh Anderson. Priced at $5.52. That's probably a 101. Looks like a 101, all right? Because I'll tell you how I'll work it out. When it's 5.5, the magic number, is you sort of, the 550 is 100. That's why I give it an extra 1 for the 2. That's why it's not like I'm a maths genius. That's how I work out what he's priced at. So I'm saying 101, priced, I was close, 100.4. All right, very close. Anyway, priced at 100. So we need him to go at 110. All right, we want him to be a keeper. We want him to be good. We want him, and he's very durable. 20 games, 21 games, very durable. 2020, there was only 17 games, so he's played the full season, and he's on the rise. 76, 83, 100. This could be his year. Well, we don't know yet. We're going to find out. Let's see what he can do. I'm in AFLtables.com. I'm looking at his disposals. Now, he's not one of those players that gets the 35s, 40 touches, okay? So this is more a player that will get, actually, he can get to 30. So 25 to 30, which is good. Very consistent as well. I mean, probably 1, 2, just probably 2 games under 20, and they're just borderline under 20, 17 and 18 disposals, but we're going to find out why. And also, kicks to handball ratio is very high. So he's not a player that does like the old 1-2, like a lead, but looks like he kicks a lot more than he handballs. So he's one of these players that likes to kick the ball, which we don't mind either, so that's a good thing. Now, he does kick the old goal, 1 or 2 goals. Uncontested possession is through the roof. It's very high, and that's a good sign. So that he he runs and gets these cheap possessions. We like this. Contested possession is also through the roof. It's very rare to see someone have contested and uncontested possessions both through the roof. So this is, I like what I'm seeing so far. Time on ground, he's very, he's got a tank. A lot of high 80s, some 90s. So this player, well, Naoh Anderson, he plays on ground for a long time. So that's a good sign. It gives you more chance to score points. Okay, let's continue. I'm in dfsaustralia.com. I've set up the CBAs. I've set up heat maps. I've set up his scoring. Not yet. I'm about to set it up. Okay, I've set it up. We're going to check all these out together at the same time. Okay? Now, let's work out from CBAs. What does he do? Now, ahead of him, here's a number 3 midfielder. Okay, we got Miller and Rowell in front of him. And he's at number 3. Now, who would be at number 4? Well, you got Swallow, but he hasn't done much. He seems to have vanished. That's virtually it. There's only 3 of them. It's either Miller, Rowell, and Anderson. There's nobody else. So that's a good sign as well. He's not sharing with many people. Now, the yellows, 80 to 100%. The greens, 60 to 80%. He has 2 blues, okay? But that's not important because we look towards the back end of the season, and the front end, he started well, sort of in between. He sort of had a few different roles from the looks of it. But the back end of the season, he had consistent role. He was either 60% or higher, up to 91%. So this is going to be interesting. Let's continue. The first half of the season, I'm not really worried about too much. I'm going to look at these big scores, but I'm not really worried about these scores too much because I want to see what he did in the back end of the season where he had more midfield time. And this is going to be interesting because there are some huge scores. There's a 150 in there. There's a couple of 130s. I mean, and he's got an extra year in pre-season training, so he should improve as well. So this could be really interesting. I remember he started slow where Rowell started fast, and it looks like it's changing now. Okay, let's find out. Let's start from round 1 and 2. CBA percentage. Round 1 was high. Round 2 was also high. Let's have a look at the heat maps. Round 1. It's really good. He's pretty much in the middle, is where you want him. Okay, what did he score round 1? 106. Okay, that's not bad. And that's with a lot of mid, but that's the first game of the year. Okay. Round 2. Okay, it's in the middle. He's a lot on the wings. He scored a 105 or something off memory, but it's okay. It's not what I want, to be honest. It's not the map that I like. Okay, let's go back to these CBA percentages. I want to see round 3, because round 3, you can see round 3 and round 6. All right, even a few more here, but especially round 3 and 6, it dropped significantly. All right, let's have a look at 6 first. Round 6. That's not bad for a player that has dropped significantly. But he has spent more time forward, you can see. All right, so he's playing sort of a bit of a forward role. So when you spend a bit of the wing role, when you're spending some forward time role, your score should get affected. So round 6. I'm predicting just under 100. 100. Okay, so it was close. Round 3, he got 55. Let's see what role he had in round 3. Yeah, round 3 was a terrible role. Just forward. That's why he had a bad score. That's why we're getting that discount now. Okay, let's have a look at... There was one that I really liked. High percentage. There's this one. Round 4. This should be big. And round 7. These are 2 huge ones. 4 and 7. What did you do? Round 4, 111. Round 7, 133. So if you give him mid-time, he's going to score. All right, round 4 and 7. Let's have a look at these heat maps. See? That's beautiful. That's brilliant. Round 4. Round 7. Mate, this is another one you can frame. Looks like Uniac's heat map. This is really good. I mean, to be honest, I can't split this heat map to Uniac's. It's the same. It's the same thing. Okay. I like what I see. Or I don't even have to look at it anymore, but I am. I'm going to look at some more, right? Because we're doing a review. I'm going to go to the back end of the season. When it gets a bit lower, at 66 and 73, I mean, they're not low, but that 95 and 94 are huge, all right? When we haven't got that percentage back again, that high, they've dropped a bit, all right? Let's have a look at when it gets a bit lower, 66 and 73%. What rounds were they? 14 and 15. Okay. What did he score? Round 14. 94 and 90. See, still scored okay for low percentage. But we don't want that low percentage because that's going to affect his scores. 14 and 15. Heat maps. It's not bad still, but it's just he's not getting the same mid time as he did in the previous weeks. Still got a 90 odd, so still okay. 14 and 15. Yeah, so it's not the same. Again, it's not a bad score considering round 15, 90. He scored 90, and that's a bad map. All right. Now it's after this round that he started. All right. So round 16, 17, 18. What did he score those 3 rounds? 16, 17, 18. 132, 154, and 85. 16, 17, 18. 16. It's everywhere. I mean, it's the heat map's higher here, but only because the ball's there. All right, 16, 17. I don't want him going to the defence. I prefer him go into the defence line than go into the forward line. But to be honest, this is not a beautiful map. Yet he had a big score, 17. What did he score again? He scored 154 for that map. That can't be right. 17. It is right. How? So when he's in defence, he gets a lot of points. That's interesting. Did he score? He must have scored 2 goals that game. 17. 2 goals. Okay, well, that explains it. And look at his kicks. 22 kicks, 4 handballs. That's why the score's so high. 22 kicks and 4 handballs. He has a huge kick-to-handball ratio. And, of course, that was against Richmond. And they won. Actually, he got the winning goal too, off memory. That's why. Okay. That's why he had a big score. He probably got a 30-point bonus on that last kick. Right, round 18. This wasn't as good of a score, and that's why he's dropped to the back a bit. Around here. All right, I don't like this map. Round 18. Okay, let's move on. We've got 2 big scores coming up here. Round 19 and 20. 19. Yep, it's in the middle. Now, if I compare this to Uniac's maps, the consistency of Uniac is actually a bit better. Okay, I'm actually liking Uniac a bit more. Even though I like what I'm seeing on Anderson's map, Uniac's looks a little bit better at the moment from what I saw yesterday. 19 and 20. And that's, again, it's good, but he's spreading everywhere. All right, that's a big spread. All right, when you spread that high, that far, what round was this? It's not going to score much. It still will score okay, but round 20. Round 20, 105. Yeah, it's still okay, but it's not those big 130s, all right? Now, round 21, 22. What did he do? Round 21. Yeah, he's not in this middle. I mean, he's moving around. It's okay, but 22. Okay. All right, I've seen enough. Let's go to my final verdict. Okay, I spoke with my friend, the calculator, and we sort of figured out some mathematics. So just to calm it down, the results are coming. Okay, now, when he had 8 games above 80% CBAs. In those 8 games, he averaged 109. This is almost identical to Uniac. This is the yellow colour, okay, when we had the yellow graphs. These ones, okay, just come down, it's these ones, yellow, okay, when you see yellow. So that's what he did. Now, and he had 9 games where he had between 60 and 78% CBAs. He averaged 101. Again, that was very similar to Uniac. So it's virtually a toss-up between the two of them. They're nearly identical, okay? It's nearly like you toss a coin. If it's double-headed, you pick the one you like. That's a cheating way to do it. But my recommendation, if he goes above 80% CBAs, get him, okay? If he goes under 60 to 78% CBAs, it's a pass. The chances of him going under 60 to 78, I would say, are very minimal, okay? If he averages between the two of them, so if he goes between 60 and let's say 90, so it gets between the two of them, the average is still around about 105, so it's still good. So my final recommendation is go with the heart, okay? This one, you're going to decide. I can't decide everything for you, okay? Just calm it down. This one, you're going to decide, but I like what I see. It's really good. It's just a matter of how much CBAs he will get, because you got to understand, right? You got Miller and Rowell. They're not going to give up their spots. Anderson is at number 3, all right? That's sort of. I don't know, but I would say maybe when Miller gets tagged one game, maybe Anderson will go above him, okay? But otherwise, it'll be these two first, then Anderson, and then it's a big gap between the next midfielder. That's all for today. Thank you for joining. And remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.